a little crisper as a range striker, not the wrestler and grappler, but very similar in terms of their use of the clinch. Like, I think that's a huge technical thing that's happening right now that we should probably spend a lot of time on at some point, maybe in a bonus episode. More and more stand-up fighters who are just overpowering in the clinch. Like Ioana Jędrzejczyk is a good example. Duquesnoy is another one like this. But where they're using elbows and knees and they're framing and they're doing all sorts of stuff that has been common in Muay Thai but has not been in MMA for a while.
Yeah, and Yan has some really pretty like Thai-style foot sweeps as well in the clinch. He's very crafty there. Also, one thing I like about Yan that is not a technical detail, but something I really like to see out of young fighters is that he has an insane amount of swagger. Like he is not afraid of like taunting an older, more experienced opponent in the cage. He's not afraid of like playing up how effective he's being. He's bold, man, and he puts his personality out there in his fights. So I like that about him. I think that kind of confidence is actually really, really valuable.
It's one of the things that I look for in a young fighter, frankly, like one with this level of talent. Like, does he fight like he's the fucking man?
Yeah, you know? And he does. And he really does.
Yeah, that's because that's one of the things that separates elite fighters from guys who are just really good is, do you fight like your opponent should be scared of you? Do you do things to make them fear you? Do you impose your game? But also, do you carry yourself like a guy that people should be afraid of?
Yeah.
And that can go a long way. That went a long way for Junior Dos Santos and Anthony Pettis before people kind of figured them out. But like that kind of nastiness and killer instinct and just sheer look at how fucking awesome I am. Like Yan fights like that. Tom Duquesnoy fights like that. Tomas Almeida fought like that when he was on the regionals. Justin Gaethje has always fought like that. Like, it's stuff that's worth bearing in mind as kind of intangibles when you're evaluating fighters.
Yeah, and it really stands out, especially like in really young fighters. Like when they have that kind of swagger, they don't have to build to it. It's a part of their personality. It does make a difference. It's like there's a boxer, I think you may be fighting this weekend, named Gervonta Davis, who has a similar bearing going on with him. He's like 23 years old, and he had his first big fight in his last outing, like some meaningless world title, but it was his first big step up, and it was just like he looked like he belonged there. And when you see those kinds of performances, like you see Yan fighting like Magomed Magomedov, like a solid fighter, and just
Ногу добавь.
Иногда бывают моменты, когда хочется все бросить и отказаться от мечты. В такие моменты вспомните, как много вы получите, если пойдете дальше, и как много потеряете, если сдадитесь.